I'm Clint Davis, and this is my Week 5 persuasion speech. For this week's persuasion speech, I've chosen a topic that may be unique to some of you. Some of you may have also heard about it. My goal here is to persuade on the benefits of changing to a resource-based economy from a monetary-based economy. I want the audience to agree that switching to a resource-based economy would be better than remaining in a money-based economy by presenting the current faults within a money-based economy and contrasting them with the potential benefits of switching to a resource-based economy. Since 2000, my wife and I have worked for an outsourcer which works for AT&T. Beginning in 2010 until 2011, we were laid off. AT&T canceled the contract and took our jobs and transferred them to the Philippines. Then, about a year later, they started a new contract with the outsourcing company we were with. And it was for a similar line of business. And they just canceled that one as well. The current business model for these models of work is about 3 years. You can expect, we've been told, about a 3-year turnover. At the end of that 3 years, you're looking for another job again. I think we all know that everything in the world is money-driven. Money's what makes the world go round. And that being said, I think that our money-based economy is outdated. The longer we hang on to a money-based society, the more we retard our growth as a society and as a species. And you can see it, examples of it in the economy all around you. Technology phasing out jobs. What's not being phased out is being outsourced. We don't manufacture anything here anymore in the United States. We import most of our goods, and we are stuck in the globalization trap. So I do have 3 websites that I'll cite for you today. Most of my speech actually will be taken from those. According to www.theresourcebasedeconomy.com, the monetary system doesn't work anymore and is obsolete. This is obvious when you look at today's world with increasing unemployment, financial crises, endless consumption producing endless waste and pollution, not to speak of crime and wars. They go on to say that the economy is falling apart and everyone seems to be struggling to get richer and richer or just to make ends meet. The financial crisis has so far made over 200 million more people end up in poverty. They also go on to state that now about 2 billion people in the world are considered poor. Poor countries that have received massive loans from the World Bank have become much poorer after receiving the loans because of the interest, and they can only hope to pay it back. Also on the resource-based economy.com, the collective external debt of all the governments in the world is now about $52 trillion, and this number does not include the massive amount of household debt in each country. How can we owe each other so much money? Because we think we need it. Also from the resourcebasedeconomy.com, it turns out that it's not money we need. We cannot eat money or build houses with them. What we need is resources, food, clothing, housing, etc. Money is just a hindrance in making the resources available for everyone. Imagine if there was no money. Money is a man-made concept to use as a medium of exchange. Man was able to exist without money thousands of years ago. As tribes, everyone helped to provide for one another. Maybe it's time we got back to that in some way, shape, or form. Money simply provides a means for those who are able to secure it to have a path to power, to set themselves aside from the masses. For these people, money itself is ultimately meaningless. It's just a means to a greater end. Money is holding mankind back as a species and not advancing us. Money, or lack of it, affects basic human needs such as medical care, housing, and education. Now that we have established the major flaws within our money-based economy, we now will take a look at the potential benefits of a resource-based economy, and we start with what a resource-based economy is. A resource-based economy is defined on www.quora.com as a holistic socio-economic system in which all goods and services are available without the use of money, credits, barter, or any other system of debt or servitude. All resources become the common heritage of all of the inhabitants, not just a select few. The premise upon which this system is based is that the earth is abundant. According to www.debate.org, in a resource-based economy, society takes on a spherical shape, allowing everyone to have fair access to all services and wealth. Also from debate.org, we need to find another way of motivation, living to serve others, not to charge them with a quote. We need to help all the people that don't have a house, that don't have anything to eat, that don't have education. The supermarkets and fast food restaurants are full of food, and they trash tons of food every day. It is not a scarcity of food, it is a scarcity of money, and we know that a few people already have the most of it. If we take out the money from the equation, we can build a better world, we can be motivated by real means of doing things, helping each other, releasing the ego, the consumer brain that incarcerates us. That's from debate.org. Now that we have covered both the definition and the benefits of a resource-based economy, we turn to possible issues of transferring to a resource-based economy. To successfully transfer to a resource-based economy, humankind needs great advances in technology, which we're on the brink of. Sounds kind of silly, but examples would be in Star Trek, where human beings by the 23rd and 24th centuries, long before, are transferred to resource-based economies with the aid of advances in technology such as food replicators, replicators which replicate clothing, etc. In that fantasy drama, humans have foregone money and greed for the chance to make humankind better and become explorers, leaving the need for money behind in order to focus on self-improvement and become better as a species. To transfer to a resource-based society would be difficult. It will be fraught with challenges and the pain of change. However, in the end, it will be worth it. In conclusion, we have covered the problems with having a money-based economy versus a resource-based economy, as well as the definition of a resource-based economy. We have also covered the benefits of having a resource-based economy, and finally we spoke about some of the issues which will be inherent in changing to a resource-based economy, and that it would be worth it in the end. We as a society are on the brink. We're at a crossroads where we must either advance to this stage or stay where we are at and literally profit ourselves into extinction. Thank you for listening.